Usiuze shamba ati unaenda kusoma alafu ndio ununue shamba.
Nimesema usiuze shamba. Disposable income. Dispose what you can dispose. But know what is of more value. Because utasikia vibaya sana na utafanya wengine 10 wateseke juu ya makosa ambayo ilifanyika ukijaribu kusaidia mmoja.
Shosho yangu alikuwa anasema the most educated are the most fools.
I tend to agree.
Alikuwa anatumia language kikiaso manikio kimisilu. Yaani wale wamesoma ndio wajinga
kabisa. Reason being alifikiria wanaenda kuja na hekima lakini walikuja wakamwambia tuachana na hii, akawaangalia akashindwa, nyinyi mnaelewa kile mnasema? So I would understand and agree with her 100%. It's too much.
Kina Mutua waseme kwamba kuna kazi huko nje.
Masomo tuachie A's and B's.
Kuosha choo.
Si tufanye technicals.
Kuosha choo Qatar ama Saudi Arabia surely. Ulikuwa unahitaji degree.
Hata ukihitaji kufika class 8. We should be looking at the problems we'll be developing our own community, then finding the solutions. But we are waiting for the white man atulete mpaka tiba ya malaria na kwao hakuna malaria. Kwani malaria isisumbue for the next 100 years?
So how awkward is the education system in Kenya then?
It is as awkward as it is. And every other time we talk about overhaul, changing it, someone else powerful enough is able to interfere with that change. Tunarudi pale tulikuwa.
Let's bend some rules.
No, let's make our own rules actually. Council hizo zote walikuwa nasema, let's make our own rules.
Every one of us, every Kenyan can afford a meal.
And should afford a meal. Should.
Yes. What makes it so difficult for families to afford meals?
Because of programming.
And don't tell me it's leaders.
No, it's programming.
Yes.
It's programming. Tulidanganywa kwamba hii shamba haina value, ile masomo ndio iko na value. You get. But you should have used disposable income. Hii shamba is a factor of production.
Exactly.
Tuitumie tuzalishe. Mazao tutakayotoa pale ndio tunauza kumwelimisha huyu. Kama hayatoshi basi masomo yake tutamalizia penye itafika.
Do you think Kenyans have learned something? That is why they are resisting on everything that is coming their way, which seems to be so negative. For example, tunaona kama president an advocate for vaccination ya wanyama. Juzi akasema kwamba everything is trying to do, you are trying to cancel those mashetani. Well, atumia jina gani?
Alisema sisi ni mapepo.
Mapepo.
Yes. Na bedhe mimi ni pepo moja.
Yeah.
I'm one of them.
Mimi pepo la pili.
Mimi ni pepo.
Yeah, mimi ni pepo la pili. Na that is why we are here.
Yes.
Let's talk. Let's talk. We have talked about how the system is working on enslaving the people. Na because we hauna ile curiosity ya question issues, you just leave everything slide. What power do we hold to bring back life to its original state?
I don't like doing politics because I can go overboard very fast. But this I have to talk to. This I must talk.
Ladies and gentlemen, again here with my brother, the Seeker.
Oh yes.
Yeah, si tunaongea mambo ambayo yanatusibu sisi kama wa Kenya. This is Jenga Kenya YouTube TV. And in all ways we want to build our beautiful country. We got no reason to complain. We've got no reason to give up because we are the people to rebuild our nation. Mr. Seeker.
Yes, sir.
Happy to see you again, man.
Happy to see you too, sir.
Yeah, it's been a minute since we saw each other, right?
It's good. I've always, there's something I've learned in life. It's never to take for granted.
Yes.
Health.
Health.
Yeah. Even this space.
Yes. Exactly.
The reason why whenever I have time I come on set.
Yes.
It's not because I have the answers.
And I appreciate
it's not because that ninajua mengi kuliko nani. I know very little. But because kuna hiyo platform.
Yes.
Let me put my 2 cents worth.
There's someone who relates with that.
This is what I take about life. Tuseme saizi si we in December.
Yes.
Tunaingia hiyo festive season. You'll be meeting your nieces, your nephews. Yeah. What of value? Sababu wewe Mungu amekujalia miaka 40 ama zaidi kwa hii dunia. Yes. Wao ndio wanapiga 12, 15, 20. What of value? Utaachia huyo mtoto for the 1 week ama even 1 day that interact with that person. So me I learn to appreciate what is given and I don't take nothing for granted. So I'm happy for this moment.
I'm happy very much.
Yes,
Always the wisdom that you do inject in Jenga Kenya TV, man.
We appreciate it's God-given.
We wish that for you, ladies and gentlemen of the internet who are watching us right now, tunatamani sana kugrow. Let's grow our country, and the only way we can be able to grow together is by subscribing to our YouTube channel.
Yep.
Also like, subscribe. Hiyo ndio algorithm yenye YouTube wanatumia kuweza ku sell out our content, and that's really what we desire. Yeah. Let's grow our nation, dear ladies and gentlemen. Let's grow our channel as well. Mr. Sika.
Yes, sir.
People are complaining. Yes, we've been part of this, but looking through things, you realize that you are the solution to your own problems.
Agreed, 100%. Because life is two-way. Nature is balance. It gives as much as it takes. So you may choose to concentrate on what is lacking in your life. Kabisa kama huna kazi, basi maisha kuna time.
If you don't have work, you have time.
What are you doing with the time? Are you using it to build on you? And if you cannot build on you, then if this be the last 2 hours you live on this earth, would you not feel better if you impacted on someone else that will carry on the legacy ambaye ataishi kusema wakati fulani alikuwa? You understand what I'm bringing home?
Yeah.
Like, stop being bothered much by what you don't have.
Exactly.
And start concentrating more on what you have.
When people talk about bad governance, do you think it's really bad governance that is contributing to the poverty we're having as a nation? Because
Where did the bad government come from?
From the people
It's the people
right?
who choose, who propose, who eventually end up electing and selecting. Because before the election, there's a selection process. Shadi, you don't wake up one day decide leo nitakuwa MCA Nakuru ama nitakuwa MP wa Nakuru.
You have to take a step at a time, right?
There are people also who support you along the road, yeah?
Yes.
So how do we end up encouraging someone just because they have the resources for those high seats? It means we lost, we used the wrong parameters on giving value to things.
Yes, yes.
So we use money as a gauge for you being smart, being better than others. Where some of us, let's take for example this platform now today, we can choose to do controversial content. It will help push the content. Ndio sana tena.
Itasonga.
Utachapa tu leo tupige fulani ya to discuss fulani. Uliona vile alifanya video, you know such.
Yes.
But we choose to talk that which provokes your conscience. It may not make you react today. You may not even remember to hit the like button. But there's something that we say that you connect with. You're like, kuna vile. But with time, if you continue consuming the same content over time, you realize how you connect even with these religious books.
Yeah.
You don't read a verse in the Bible and tomorrow you are like,
lazima urudie, unarudia.
It's over time and you realize there's something else I'm feeding from this book. It's the same thing with such platforms. So they take time to grow.
Yes.
But as you asked, life is what you make of it. Take this bad governance. We chose the wrong leaders. So, is it a moment to bash them or to take stock? This is the best time to ask ourselves, tulichaguaje hawa viongozi wenye wanatusumbua saizi? What did we do wrong? Not what they are doing wrong. The solutions don't lie forward, they actually lie backwards.
So, should we spend much of our time complaining, or we spend much of our time working on ourselves?
Does complaining change anything? Let's start there. I like to give things value. Because everything else is about value. If it has no value, it has no space. It has no room in my space. I told you mortality about time and space. So I wouldn't give it time or not the space. To complain, what do we gain from it?
Ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about how easy life is, but our human nature keeps on complaining. I mean, complicating it, right? Kila mmoja wetu anaweza afford food, a meal a day, or even 3 meals a day, which is not even necessary kwamba lazima ukule chakula mara 3 kwa siku, right? But every one of us, every Kenyan can afford a meal.
And should afford a meal. Should.
Yes. What makes it so difficult for families to afford meals?
Because of programming.
And don't tell me it's leaders.
No, it's programming.
Yes.
It's programming. There is a way we used to be before the whole colonization, now the education system, the new system rather. Yeah?
Yes.
The order that is operating today.
Yes.
Originally, prior to that, yeah, used to have us. You see, land is a factor of production.
Yes.
Now that they took away land, what were you left with? If today, for example, you live in a rental, right? Does that deny you the opportunity ya kuweka gunia ujaze mchanga? Yeah?
No,
na ukuwa umepanda tu tusukuma, like you can have like maybe even 20 pieces, yeah?
Garden,
so,
kitchen.
Yeah, kitchen garden.
Kitchen
right?
garden, yeah.
Haikuzuii kwa lolote.
Yes.
You understand? If you go to any market, yeah?
Yes.
How utakosa something with 20 shillings?
Exactly.
Ambaye unaweza chukua hata kani viwaru na nini depending where you live. Kwa fupi, what am I saying? We really concentrate on what is lacking than what is available.
Yes.
Kuna managu kuna nini. Yani there is a lot around you.
But
kuna mama kuna shamba hapo. I remember when we were growing up. Kuna wakati kulikuwa na kiangazi. And people from some far lands would come. Wanapewa kazi na madhe kwa shamba.
It used to
and
happen.
The only thing they wanted, munieke debe ya waru, nichote kama gorogoro moja ya mbosho, maybe nusu debe ya mahindi or something.
Yes.
And they'd go feed their kids. Actually, I remember my own grandmother, ndiye alikuwa na bakigi na watoto wa hawa wa mama. Some of them used to come with the very small kids. So shosho angekaa nao chini. What am I saying? There is always something of value you can give.
Always.
But uliambiwa kwamba lazima kwanza upewe pesa, ndio pesa ukaiconvert into something else.
Lazima uende shule.
Pesa is just but a medium.
Let's talk about education. And this thing, si kwamba tunajaribu kudegrade the education. Most of those people who are very successful in life, they are not educated. Wale ambao wamebobea hizi buildings ambazo hata sisi tuko ndani hizi, utafind kwamba wale watu ambao the owners of this building hawajaienda university. The architectures of this building themselves, hao sasa ndio graduates wa civil engineering, but they don't have any structure of themselves. What does education tell you? Wakati ambapo mtoto anaambiwa kwamba go to school, sijui equalize it, what?
You see, the education system.
You've talked about the programming.
The education system was designed to make you into workers. The white man already had all the other resources. They needed producers.
Yes.
And that's how they formulated the education system of today. It is made to make you into a worker, not a thinker. That is why it is surprising ya kwamba the C students end up employing the A students.
Why is that the case?
Because that is the system they use to analyze you. You see? If you are creative and you question the system, you are not likely to give the right answers. Sijui nitaieleza aje. Kuna kitu kinaitwa cramming. Unaonaga most people who when you excel sana, especially between all of you have mpaka form 4.
Form 4, yes.
When you excel hapo ndio unaweza kucram sana. Because they can give the answer as the teacher alitaka ikue. But wewe mwenye umedeviate ukaelezea vingine, you are likely kupata half mark ama no mark. And yet, kwa nini mwalimu asi-interact with your answer? Ajue where you're coming from. Why did you think this is it instead of the other way?
So education, can we say education?
Masomo ni ya kukupoteza. But to survive in this environment, you need the basic education.
Basic,
right.
Exactly.
The basic.
Which is from?
Hii kizungu tunaongea, inasaidia communicate to the entire world.
Yes.
That is basic education. You need to know computation and mathematics. You need to know how the accounting processes work. You need to understand how money is being used and is used as a medium of exchange.
Basic.
Right? But that should not end there. Unafasa ufunguke ujue, now that I know the system, now where is my position? And what of value can I... You see, money is a solution for solving someone else's problem. Na kila mtu akona pedigree.
Yes.
Everyone has something inside them. Shida ni vile utai market uwauzie.
So education basic is what is important.
If you think you'll go and have a PhD that will make you rich, it's a lie. It might make you rich. Today, the deputy president is a whole professor. But I can tell you for sure, hakupeleka huko na PhD. Otherwise, hao maprofesa wote wenye wamejaa kwa universities wangekuwa na vyeo huko nje kwa society.
Kwa serikali.
But all I'm saying is, besides kuwa alikuwa na hayo masomo, yeah, aliinteract na other aspects ya society kufika penye yako. Let's say for example, saizi tuko the festive season. In the next a week or so, watu wengi corporates nini zita shut down and you'll have a week or like 10 days ya kwenda sa nyumbani. And most people go to the villages actually. Why do we go to the villages? Have you asked yourself? What of value? Because si tunafikiria si wenye tunatoka town, we have a lot yenye tunapeleka. But what of value can we get from that community back at the village? Nini wale watu wako naye yenye sisi hatuna.
Yenye unaenda kupokea huko.
Why is it ya kwamba?
Because it's not money that you are going to pick from the village, right?
Oh, it's not money. It's value.
So there's something greater than...
You're going for the respect. You're going to remind them how important it is ya kwamba mmoja wao alisoma na ametoka akafaulu. Remember hiyo masomo I'm saying.
Okay.
Wengi wetu tuko biashara.
Yes.
But as long as they see uko town na umekuja uko successful, they associate that with masomo. Unfortunately so.
It's quite unfortunate, yeah.
Because still palikuwa na aspect ya masomo kwa kweli kufungua akili. You're able to know ya kwamba dunia ni wider than penye huko. And at least uliweza kuconverse na the different communities ulikutana nako za huko nje. Had you not gone through school, ungeongeaje ukienda uingie na cosmopolitan community like ours today?
When we hear our daughters and our sisters, our brothers crying out there, kwamba masomo haijawafikisha mahali popote, because we got so many graduates who are out there, wenye wameinvest paka mtoto amesoma paka university, ameogopa kurudi mashambani kwa sababu atakuwa laughing stock, si ndio? Because the family has sold everything they had to educate the son or the daughter. You decide to keep in town, and then life inakuwa pressing to you. Inakuchapa paka unapigia mama yako simu nyumbani mwenye anauza mboga, unamwambia mam, niokolee tu 200 peke yake niweze kukula sapa. What comes into your mind when you see a sister or a brother in that level?
It's called a broken system.
Huyu mama mwenye hakusoma.
The system broken. Kwanza wakati mamako alikuwa anakupeleka shule, she did not know for sure what to expect from out there. Alikuwa anajua kabisa huku nje kumejaa ma graduates na hawana kazi. But alikuwa tu na hope against hope, ame cross fingers ya kwamba wake atafaulu. And the odds are getting fewer by the day. But angesema mwanangu, nenda kafunguke bongo lako. Then you come back to the drawing board. Come back sasa home to chore. Let us march tukachore. Yeah? Hiyo masomo uko nayo. What do you think we can do this piece of land? Ni sawa nikakuota. Unafikiri tunaweza fanya nini? Hii ng'ombe zenye babako anakuwa nazo hapa. Nasikia huko nje kuna ng'ombe zinakaa 1 2 3. So bring the knowledge that you have acquired out there and help us change the setting. Let's add value. Ndio nasikia my word kwa hii conversation leo ni value.
Yes.
Unaelewa?
Yes.
Uko supposed kujiambia madhe, hii eka moja umeishi kulima mahindi imekuwa 0. Leo hii serikali inakwambia badilisha fertilizer kutoka sijui DAP, sasa weka NPR. Why are we putting NPR?
And the question I'm asking, mama ameuza shamba, baba ameuza shamba, wewe umegraduate, unapomaliza hauna namna unapigia mama yako
mwanzo simu. Kwa nini aliuza shamba? Me I think that was the wrong move mwanzo kwanza.
So whatever we are trying to bring out is that how easy is life?
I wanted to ask, because education is very expensive.
Yes.
Let me rephrase.
How easy is life? But
let me use this because we
keep on complicating life.
I've always had, thank you for the word, complicating. I want to correct this notion. If today I was sick, terminally ill, and I'm sorry to anyone out there mwenye anaweza kuwa kiwatch ambaye akona contrary opinion, but this is me. Yeah, and my family knows this because I've told them such. If I was terminally ill, cancer or something, stage 3, 4, and you know kabisa huyu mtu atapona, why would you bother selling land? kuniongezea wiki 2 za kunihangaisha. Let me be bwana. Mimi am an African. If I die, I don't die. I just pass on. For me, death is transition from one phase to another. Same thing in education. If the available disposable resources, underline the word disposable. Okay?
Yes.
You cannot take a better asset, because if that education does not work, this land should have been my fallback plan.
Exactly.
Sasa wewe unauzaje shamba kuinsist nikachukue kitu yenye hauko sure na dhamana? Told you value. So umeweka education higher value than land. Yet after nimesoma, kitu ya kwanza natamani kutafuta kununua ni shamba. Which may or may not be. Wengi wetu wenye tuko na those degrees out there, hatujaweza hata kununua shamba. So kama mamangu aliuza shamba na for information,
yes,
the cost of education today, by the time mtoto anamaliza university, kama ni shamba ulikuwa unauza utakuwa umeuza eka 5. Yes. Do you know how much you need today to buy 5 acres?
Is a lot.
So what I'm bringing home is tulidanganywa kwamba hii shamba haina value, ile masomo ndio iko na value. You get. But you should have used disposable income. Hii shamba is a factor of production.
Exactly.
Tuitumie tuzalishe. Mazao tutakayotoa pale ndio tunauza kumwelimisha huyu. Kama hayatoshi, basi masomo yake tutamalizia penye itafika. Tutampeleka TVET, akuwe mechanic, akuje kwa hii shamba tumkatie kapisi kadogo, ploti moja, afungue garage. Kama ndio uko msituni ndani, akuje tumfunze agriculture kidogo, akuje alime seedlings, and it's a factor of production, and many have become rich through those channels. It has value, but nikakwambia, and underline that word, disposable.
Yeah, you are talking about the yes.
Inategemea unauza nini kuokoa nini. It's time people learned to give value where it is due. Ndio nikakwambia kwamba saizi ukienda ukutane na watoto wa sister yako, watoto wa ndugu zako, just because wewe hujaweza kufollow mfaulu in town, wezi waambia unaona sasa mimi, you know, if they do what you did and they don't get wherever you are, they end up being twice frustrated.
Yeah, sure.
Waambie kuna so many channels of life. Waambie pia mkuu kwa mashamba, tuende tukavisit mzee fulani pale fulani.
Yeah.
Let them go see a successful man mwenye amekuwa kwa hiyo village.
Wa learn from experience.
Umeelewa?
Yeah.
Let them know fulani alisimamaje MCA huku na akafaulu. Fulani aliwezaje kuwa yeye ndiye broker mkubwa wa ng'ombe huku. There are so many things zile unaweza tumia. What am I saying? Tutumie other platforms za ku add value kwa huyu mtoto. Wacha tu kumuonyesha barabara ni moja, because for sure hiyo barabara iko na only 10% chance.
Kuna watoto wanamaliza standard 8 hata form 4 na anakuambia on the face, anasema dad, I think I can not make it past this level. Honestly, I can't make it past this level.
Yeah.
Look me for something else.
Most parents, kama si vita, watakwambia sasa get out there. Toka. But you need to come to penye yako. How many examples, successful examples, uko nazo out there za kumencourage? Maybe they are fewer and far between.
Yes.
But mwambie, like my daughter, let me give an example, practical example. My daughter loves football. She wants to play for Manchester City.
That's a dream.
I know the odds are like 1 to like a million.
Yeah.
Lakini it's not in my position to tell her haiwezekani, siwezi. Now what do? I tell her, you know what? Hii masomo hii ya shule hii. Nataka tupige ma A hapa, tupate scholarship.
Exactly.
Kuna scholarship za Uingereza. That will bring you so close to Manchester City. So saizi ukiuza my daughter, she's going to grade 8. Atakwambia about almost all prestigious universities ziko UK.
Because that's
atakwambia kuhusu Harvard. Atakwambia kuhusu Oxford. But yeye haiko so much into Oxford na Harvard because of the degrees they offer.
Yeah.
But because to her it's one of the routes
to get the
za kumfikisha Manchester City. So I think inasaidia. So now what I'm saying is najaribu kubring the balance ya kwamba education is still the ultimate equalizer. It is the only platform yenye inaweza mtoto maskini watoshane na mtoto tajiri. It gives now that equal chance.
Is it?
Yeah. It has that ability. The only ultimate equalizer, not the, how do I put it? si ati ndio itakufikisha hapo.
Kwa sababu
lakini ina uwezekano mkubwa wa kufanya mtu mwenye alikuwa zero leo hii wakule meza moja na watoto wa kina Uhuru Kenyatta. That's what I'm bringing home. Education has that one.
Okay.
I was talking about social capital.
Yes.
Social capital, bado unaona wale watu walisomea St. Mary's. Find quite a number. Walisaidika sana wakati wa Uhuru Kenyatta. Why? Because they could get to the man through association. That is social capital. So among pia katika education system, those are the things you gain. So pia wakati mtoto wako unamtuma shule, do you tell them ya kwamba it's not only a platform to acquire the education per se, but also to network.
Exactly.
Make those personal connections, not just to jamata.
It's not all about books.
Yes, wakati mzazi wako ametembelea pale, go mpaka pale, salimia, let you know ya kwamba huyu ni mama nani, mimi nini.
Mwambie unapenda kufanya nini.
Social capital.
There's a friend of mine juzi amekuja hapa hivi akaniambia in his setters he never believed that mtoto wake hata anaweza kutana na waheshimiwa wakubwa kama kina Anyang' Nyong'o, kina nani, but through education na through that seed that this guy planted in the girl, it enabled kuweza kuweka kwa nyumba ya Anyang' Nyong'o. Huyu mtoto alikuwa na dream ya kuwa kama Lupita. Acting. So hii acting ikawa ni kwamba akajisukuma. Unajua sisi tunapanda seed tu kwa watoto, but we allow it to grow, to sprout and then to grow.
Flourish,
So huyu mtoto akiwa university amehakikisha kwamba akatafuta mbinu jinsi ambavyo anaweza atakafanya nini kufika na akafika. So aligning them in the best way possible by not forcing them to kusema kwamba sasa education ndiyo inakupatia everything, just the same way you put it, kwamba inakupatia ile avenue ya kuweza ku access your dream.
It's a platform. They put value to books, lakini ilikuwa ni mzungu. Mzungu yeye alikuwa anataka upitie kwa hiyo system, akuprogram ndio uweze kufanya kazi kwa viwanda zake, kwa farms zake,
and then to concentrate as well in other issues apart from yourself.
Of course, it was alikuwa na the many agendas.
Is it?
But more so, for sure. Ilikuwa ni distraction because now they tell you forget what you know. Wacha sasa tukwambie about you, about your own world, your everything, you know. But because suppose the same white man says, take everything with a pinch of salt. Like kila kitu kaa ujiuze, kitu nimeambiwa. Now relate to what you already know. What is the core? Ile enye mamako kutoka utotoni alikuwa anakuambia heshimu watu wazee kuliko. You know, there is the foundations that make you. So use it vis-a-vis that. Na unasema hiyo hapana. Hiyo but then again, keep it open out there. Ya kwamba katika hii kitu kingine mzuri inaweza tokea. I'm saying this because watu wengi walikuwa nafikiria unatoka town ukatajirike. But I can tell you for sure, saizi watu wengi wanarudi mashamba kutajirika. Hata
mimi nimetamani sana.
Watu wengi.
Talking about university
because you're bringing back value.
Yes. Talking about education value. I mean education and the value in it, like the higher education degree, mambo ya universities. Nimekuwa ninajiuliza maswali mengi sana. Mtoto anapotoka, na tumeongea saa hizi tukasema kwamba education is not everything. There's something that is inside you. Hiyo kitu education inakupatia tu ni kama kukuelevate, inakupea kwa mlima uweze kuonekana. So that whatever you have comes out of you. Kama considering also the basic education yetu tumesema, which is very very important. Not higher education, basic education, which is up to probably all level. Kwa standard yetu. You can be able to do everything. Sisi kwa wakati wetu ilikuwa ukimaliza standard 8 ulikuwa kwa nafasi ya kufanya anything under the sun.
And that is why ungechukuliwa jeshi, polisi, 8 kwa sawa.
And that is what has guided us even today. It had value even to that level. But unapoona mtoto anatoka shule and then anapewa hiyo, ndio kuna help loan, hizo allocations. Mimi huwa najiuliza, iwapo mtoto atatoka shule na aseme kwamba serikali impe loan instead ya kumpatia kumfund aende, will that make sense? Ampatie loan ya kuanzisha kitu kama business, because probably that is something that is, kwa sababu so many people have made it through life, wameachia standard 8. Kwa sababu gani?
It would be the best case scenario. I had this better idea on that one. Improved that is. I used to think, si mimi niko jua kali.
Yes.
I run my own company, construction. So, if today the government would have this incentive, ya kwamba niye nichukue watoto wawili wa TVET. Ama watu wawili wenye wamemaliza shule, wameachia form 4, hawana capacity.
Yes.
Because kuna saizi vitu tunataka QBE, qualified by experience.
Yes.
Nimchukue, niingize yeye kwa system,
nimpe
tu ile basic tu kidogo, upkeep na nini, lakini nimtrain on the job. Ako likely kuwa very good handyman, very good technician. Umenielewa? So serikali inafaa kunipea